Counter-terrorists win. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here today for MOUZ NXT versus iNation in ESEA Advanced Season 14. We're just waiting for the match to start, but the veto has been done. The maps are going to be Ancient, Overpass, and Mirage if we need it. Unfortunately, HLTV did not update their veto process, so I do not know which side picked what map, but if I was to guess, I would say that MOUZ NXT went with Ancient, since they have a 59% win rate on it, and iNation on the other hand have a mere 17%. But again, I cannot say for sure until I get the HLTV data. Other than that, MOUZ NXT, they are supposed to be the favorites in this one. They're at least the bookmakers' favorite. We have 1.4 to 1.5 odds on them and around 2.5 on iNation. And I would agree, MOUZ NXT are the better ranked team as well, ranking in at 77th, while iNation is still at 96. It is important to note that iNation recently changed the player. So Depression went out, and I believe 8-Kit joined in his place. Yes, that is correct. 8-Kit joined in Depression's place. So let's see what iNation are able to do with this new roster. We should be going live soon. We're just waiting on a coach, I believe. Right, so as I said, the map vetoes are messed up on HLTV, so I cannot exactly see who picked Ancient, but if it was my guess, I would say that it was MOUZ NXT's pick. But I think HLTV will update their data soon enough, and we'll find out which team picked what map. And we now have both the coaches in game, and we are going live into the first map of our series here. MOUZ NXT taking on iNation. They are coming in as the favorites, MOUZ NXT. The 3-time V-Play Academy champions. We see some utility bought up on QQ. And 5 clocks and 4 armors. iNation, no cheeky dual Beretta purchases by them. I do like the dual Berettas, but not here. Looks like a fast B-play. There is a smoke that is going on right now. Great frag for Kristen, and he will take cave control. Toiv now. He should get some contact real soon. No, it's Kaindo instead. Gets one. Jimpat will trade though. Kaindo another one. Gets 2 frags now. As they charge in Kaindo with a third. Insane shooting by him. And Vladin and Dragon will chime in. A very clean recovery by iNation here. They only lose 2 members, and that's a pistol for iNation. Now at this point, Ancient, it is a bit of a T-sided map, So MOUZ NXT, they should be able to take at least 8 or 9 rounds here. But iNation starting off with the pistol win, it's clean. As long as they're able to convert the next. We will see a tech timeout as JimFat has dropped out of the server. Right, it seems that JimFat is back, so we should be going live. And thanks to the bomb plant, we see a full buy here by MOUZ NXT. 2 Galils bought up so far, along with a Deagle on Nexus. JimFat will get another Galil as well. A little bit low on util, but that is to be expected. 4 Galils and a Deagle, however. I would argue that it is better weaponry than the CDs. That is just how the CS economy is at this point. But with that, we are going live now into the second round. Let's see if iNation are able to convert on their pistol win, or if MOUZ NXT can tie up the scoreline for us. Prison out towards mid. Slend and JimFat will make their way towards A, and Dragon here might face some contact. But MOUZ NXT, they have slowed down their pace. As JimFat clears out a main. A smoke going out towards main, and a good frag for Nexius. 8 kid though. He will trade. Now onto the front of his A attack. JimFat, clean kill onto Vlad. And the retake is on. Bomb yet to go down. 8 kid maybe he wants to contest through the smoke. He does, but he will fall. And MOUZ NXT, they still haven't decided if they want to go for the plant here. They will now. And Choiv, he's heard Slend. He knows where he is. But what can they do? A double temple retake. They have no kits. That is to be noted. Choiv gets the first frag on the QQ. All onto Slend and JimFat now. They're both in towards Donut. JimFat, he will bait for Slend. There is a smoke available on Choiv though. There are 2 smokes actually. And he will fake out the defuse. JimFat, however, gets a kill. Can he get another one? He knows Choiv is faking. Choiv gets a frag. He will need a second one though. There is no kit and there is no time. Slend gets the final frag, but an amazing triple by JimFat. They weren't flashy kills, but they were necessary frags that he had to find for his team to win the round. 1-1 now. And MOUZ NXT, they do not let iNation convert on their pistol win. It should be a double eagle coming out of iNation, so they force up. 3 5-7s, 2 Deagles, some utility to speak of. But this should be an easy enough round for MOUZ to clean up. Nexius making his way throughout the mid smoke. And they will take heaven control out early. Joy, he will smoke out the Molotov. And he might get contact out early. Nexius, he's right on the edge of that smoke. There's not the Choiv is there. Choiv, he gets 2 and Nexius was right behind him. Amazing frags by Choiv there. But Nexius, he needs to find the trade. And he needs to do it quick. He cannot. Kindo will respond instead. And now Choiv, he can pick up the Act 10. And MOUZ NXT. Somehow they have fallen. Kindo with another frag onto Chris, saving Choiv's life. And it is all left onto Slend now. What can he do? Is he going to be allowed to save the M4? No, he is not. 8-Kit finds the final frag. And that is a very good response by iNation. I mean, 8-Kit, he didn't even buy armor there. He was saving for the AWP for the next round. But he won't have to anymore. Putting MOUZ NXT in economic downfall. They are the ones on the double eco now. So it will be a force coming out from them. But that was some that was some really good shooting by Choiv on the Deagle, accompanied by Kindo after he picked up the AK-47. And a 4-man B-lean by MOUZ NXT here. With Nexius alone towards mid. Choiv, he will open up again. He is tagged down, but he will go down. No, sorry. Kindo will go down and Choiv will trade again. Choiv with another amazing frag. Nexius and QQ, however, will respond. QQ, can he find another one here? If he can definitely swing the scales back. No, instead it's Nexius who finds the kill. 2 versus 1 now. 13 hit points between the both of them. And Vladen stands in their way. Can he clutch it out? Finds a freebie on Nexius. All onto QQ now. With the Deagle, he can pick up an AK if he wishes to. And Vladen, he's on the flank. But QQ, he should get the bomb down for free. Enough time to reposition as well. But QQ, he will have to be extremely clean here. VLDN, he has a full belt of utility and noise made sounds. QQ knows exactly where he's coming from. He has a kit as well. A Molotov for cave. Thrown safely. And QQ peeks out and gets the 1 league. That is not how I expected that one to go, but amazing round by QQ. Good clutch, 1 out for him. But that was all Nexius. The 2 Deagle shots he hit. The AK kill afterwards. And we're into a game that is completely back and forth. No team has been able to string rounds yet. And 2-2. At least iNation, they will have some sort of an economy going into this one. 8-Kit, he will buy up an AWP for himself. And I believe we will have some pistols and SMGs around that. And the 2 MP9s, 2 Deagles, and an AWP for iNation. And MOUZ NXT, they have 2 MAC-10s, so they might go for a fast push towards one of the bomb sites. Fast mid smoke going out. Quizen, he will lead us back. Avoiding most of the nade damage. Taking some control. Quizen will just have to go through the smoke here. There are 2 CDs waiting for him. Dragon is boosted on top. He is hearing all of this. They will jump down silently. And now here comes the contact. Gets 1 Dragon, but Nexius will trade and Nexius will find 2. And instantly it's a safe call. Or at least it should be a safe call. But they want to try. They want to see if 8-Kit can find them something. A 3 versus 4 retake on Ancient. A side with no utility. And only 1 flashbang. Should not happen. QQ finds the kill. Kinda should go down as well. Saves his life. They should save at this point. But yes, clean round by MOUZ. They only lose Quizen there. Good double entry by Nexius. 8-Kit, he might just go down there and he will. Gymfat on the lurk. Kinda, can he kill him? No, he cannot. Gymfat cleaning up house. And no AWP save for iNation. So if you look at it, there was no point in buying the AWP. 8-Kit, he made his entire team investor on him. And unfortunately, iNation, they are unable to get anything done with that. 3-2 for MOUZ NXT. And hopefully, they can win this 5 USP round. I'm not going to say anything because this is the first time they've strung 2 rounds together. So hopefully they can win another one. It is just 5 USPs and the mid push is coming in. 8-Kit through the smoke. Takes some damage from the grenade. Not much. Nexius leading his pack yet again. He will hear that. Nexius, does he want to push through the smoke? Yes, he does. Vladen will take 1 down. Nexius missing some shots and Nexius somehow dies. All left onto Vladen now and he will go down as well. They do get 2 frags in the end, so it is an effective pistol round, but MOUZ NXT, they claim their fourth. It's unbelievable how stacked this MOUZ roster is, even after all of the former V-Play winners have left. We have Jim Fat, who is considered to be the star of this team, the younger brother of Sergey, who was a legendary Finnish player in his time, in that Ents lineup with Alexi B. Quizen this time along with Nexius trying to take mid control. Dragon finds one. Quizen though will instantly trade it out. And Dragon, he is forced to fall back. Quizen, he's got his number for now. We see a cave crunch coming in from Choi. Choi finds one. Dragon finds another one. Choi finds two. And that is a well-timed crunch by iNation. Slend here with the AWB. What can you do? You're left alone, buddy. Gets one with the nade. A 1 versus 3 now. We've got Kinder towards cave. VLDN will hold heaven for him. There really aren't many options here for Slend. If he decides to fall back, he will be met with open arms by VLDN. I just opt for the save here. A really good cave crunch there by Choif. He got the timing perfectly. He was able to find 2 frags towards Heaven and Banana. While Dragon, thanks to the disruption, gets a frag from Donut and gets his team a 3 versus 1. Slant, he still wants to give this a go. Flashes out towards long, not to find anything. Kind of, he's waiting for him. He's waiting for the plant and kind of will clean it up. Slant, he could have saved there, chose not to. MOUZ, they still have a lot of money, so it's fine. 3-4, iNation. Again, keeping this game close. We don't really have a single big streak so far. It was MOUZ NXT who won 2 in a row, but other than that, there's not much to speak of. They are meeting each other neck and neck. No players are lacking behind. 8-Kit, he's had a slow start. Let's see if he can pick some pace up with that AWP. He's opting for the A main pick, but he won't get anything out of it. Nexius holding mid alone. Quizen in towards cave. He will go and help Nexius in towards mid. He's taking ground towards red room though. Drops the smoke in towards city. Nexius, he's gonna spot Dragon, but now he loses out the fight. And now Quizen, can he trade? No, the flash is perfect by VLD and Dragon. He will get a second frag. QQ here. He wants to trade and he wants it bad. Can he find it? 5 versus 3 for iNation. Slend with the AWP. Dragon, there's no need for him to peek out. But if he does and he gets a 1-tap on Slend, he will surely be mad. Slend, is he expecting it? Vlad is a nice off angle. He peeks out and Jim Fat will be the one to catch him. A nice jiggle there by Slend just in time. 3 versus 4 now. It is not a lost round yet. Jim Fat sitting on 1 point of health though. 34 seconds left on the clock. They still have some utility to work with. But MOUZ, they should opt for the save here, which appears to be what they're doing. So another round for iNation, and they're tying up the scoreline now at 4-4. And keeping it really close. I feel like both of these teams, they have an equal level of skill and they match each other out.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, MOUZ now with 3 rifles. What kind of buy are they going to get? Quizen and Nexius, the most they can do is get some utility and upgraded pistols. But Slend, he's definitely in a position where he has to do something for his team in this round with the best weapon to his name. Might go for a pick towards middle. It seems like that is exactly what he will do. Only to be smoked off. Some nades coming in, but not doing any damage. Jimfat holding alone towards the B. Banana. Kristen, does he wanna face the smoke? Yes, he does. QQ will open up towards A main, and Dragon is here for the trade, but he brought out his smoke just in time. He spotted out Prison, but he will choose to fall back. 5 versus 4 early advantage for MOUZ NXT. And iNation, they will choose to play double donut, unless Dragon wants to contest main again. Nexia is here with the M4. And this time it's Jimfat catching out the B aggression. It feels like iNation is just walking into MOUZ at this point, which is exactly what MOUZ wanted. And it's exactly what they're being given. Dragon now might get some contact towards middle. Slendo is ready with his AWP. And we have all 5 of MOUZ players grouping up outside the B-bomb site. 8k, he is alone here. Glass cannon AWP. I do not know why he didn't buy armor. He has 4k in his balance. Slight mishap by him. Might cost him, and it will cost him. He goes down. And that is the B-bomb site offered up. 8k, he had $3,950 in his bank account. And yet he does not buy armor. I think he's been glass cannon for 2 rounds now, but you're supposed to buy armor there, but a very clean round by MOUZ NXT. Not really much they had to do in this one. Waited out outside A main. Prison gets a free kill. Same for Jimfat towards B main, and then after that it's just cleaning up the house. Crunching in towards 8kid's position in cave, and that's their round. iNation outplaying themselves in this one. But MOUZ NXT, they will edge them out and take the 5th round of the first map. We have a timeout coming in. Hopefully it's going to be a attack. Yes. Not an amazing buy out of iNation here. They have a FAMAS and low utility on Kaindo. No head armor, not that they need any, but there is an M4 in Krisen's hand. And one in Nexia, so it might be detrimental in the end. Fast window smoke being thrown out. Nexia's again. Leading in towards middle. There is some aggression by Vladin though. Along with Dragon. They will spam out the middle smoke. Nexius finds a cracked kill. Nexius finds 2, and that's both of the mid players cleaned up. That was actually looking good for iNation there for a second. Slen will find Kaindo, and Nexius, is he on for another one? No, he is not. 8kit, he will find his frag. QQ though moving in towards A main. He doesn't need to move out. 8kit will opt to go towards B. And that is where MOUZ NXT look to be heading. I think they should still send QQ out to explore on the A side though. See what it looks like. And it might be what they do, yes. Smart choice here. QQ, he can soon call his teammates over once he discovers that the bomb site is clear. Jimfat, he's going to catch out 8kit, aggressing in towards cave, trying to relinquish some control. And now it's all left on Choiv. In towards long, not much he can do. Especially considering the fact that MOUZ NXT are going to be rotating over to the A site. QQ having just cleared it, or they can just wait for him to wrap. Sure. Choiv alone now towards the side. He hears QQ wrapping him. He shouldn't be able to get much done, and indeed he will not. Jimfat, he will close in on him from cave. 6-4 for MOUZ NXT now. A weird round because I really thought that VLDN, he had a good timing in mid. He took heaven control, but then next CS just popping out of the smoke with a flashbang, gets 2 kills instantly. Slen chimes in as well with his AWP towards B lane, and that's the round for MOUZ NXT. iNation, they have to eco out here. 2 upgraded pistols, but other than that, not much to talk about. Nexius has been incredibly impactful in towards this middle position. A little bit of chip damage on the grenade. Gem fat in towards cave. He will not be contested. iNation, they're playing this one extremely safe. They don't want to push this one out. And they will choose to bring in VLDN and 8-Kit in towards the B side as well. It is a well called stack if they go through with it. Yes, it looks like they will. And Choi, if he can hear movement towards lane, and they clear out cave. Jimfat, he heard that though. He's waiting for them. How many can you find, Jimfat? Throws out the Molotov. 8-Kit for the bait. Jimfat gets one. Choive goes on. Jimfat, he knows there's another one in the corner. He just knows it. He knows what's happening. He will clear him out. A second one for Jimfat, make it 3. 8-Kit goes down. BLDN should be the next one to fall. Indeed he will. And Jimfat cleans house. 4 kills for Jimfat, 1 for Nexius. But a very simple and straightforward eco round victory for MOUZ NXT. By coming in finally, this time with 5 rifles. No AWP on the hands of 8-Kit though. Dragon contesting middle. He will be fighting against Nexius though. Drive towards cave. He will take contact prison. He will take him down. Early advantage for MOUZ NXT. Cave control gain as well. Drive now. Might meet Nexius in towards middle. iNation, they need to make moves. They're taking lane control. At least trying to. Oh, beautiful flash by Jimfat. Kind of blinded. Taken down by Slent. And this is just another early disadvantage that they have to work with now. Dragon has a lot of players coming in towards him in middle. He is joined by Dragon. Both of them go down. Dragon, he is able to find 2, but 8-Kit left all alone against 3. Should not be around that he can win. Gemfat, he is low, so maybe he can find a frag there. Clearing his corners. Indeed, 8-Kit makes it a 1 versus 2. QQ though, he's waiting for him in red room. Cleans it up. 8-4 for MOUZ NXT. And it looks like the fire that iNation had inside them towards the start of this map, it is fizzling out slowly but surely. Gemfight on 14 kills now. The star of this team, by the way. Nexius at 9. He is the one who's been getting a lot of these entries. Fast B push coming in from QQ here. Along with Prison. QQ taking long. A lot of space gained by him. They will throw out a deep sea to smoke. Jimfat will take shot down towards shot. QQ blinded for the moment. Prison a little bit of spam. But this is the round over effectively. Dragon, he was the only one to invest into this one with the 99. But the rest of the team took the easy way out. Dragon might find Slen, but no Slen. Brings out the Tech 9 just in time. Takes him down. VLTN, he can try and save the Mac-10, but he is being washed for. Definitely. Prison here with the AK. He will clean it up. It will be Gemfat actually. He's just farming frags at this moment. 8-Kit trying to do some damage. Unable to do so. It hasn't been a very good start for 8-Kit here. 4 kills now. And he is the primary opper, so he should be able to do more. The op, however, not really the best weapon on Ancient, being close quarters and such, but I haven't seen him towards long a lot. Slend on the other side, towards the T side, has found amazing impact with it, towards lane. Fast window smoke going out. Nexius again. Can anyone stop him in middle? Dragon, he will try, but he is smoked off. And so is Vladen. And Nexius, he's been granted mid for free. iNation at this point have realized that they can't take it. Vladen, however, through the gap in the smoke, takes Nexius down. That was not a perfect smoke. Could have been better. Vlad, he is waiting for more. Prison, he's right next to him. Timing does not favor him. Good frag for Prison here. Dragon, he's alone in towards this A side. He hears QQ in towards main. Can get the kill though. Flash out. Baits him with the shoulder peek. And that's Dragon gone. A 4 versus 3 established. iNation, statistically they should not try this, but at this point, don't you have to? I guess not. They will choose to save. And that will be a 10th 3-sided round for MOUZ NXT. And so far it has been a breeze. We saw some retaliation by iNation towards the first 5 or 6 rounds of this game, but after that it has been all MOUZ NXT. And they've done it in a dominant fashion. Not really any close rounds in the last few. He will get the kill on QQ, but that is about it. Prison might try to deny some saves. He will do so. Kinda goes down. Good shooting by Prison on the Tech 9. iNation, they will save 2 M4s and an AWP for the final round. And Dragon will get an M4 dropped over to him as well. Not a bad buy. They've done a lot with a lot less, I would say, with pistols and SMGs. So from us on to VLDN will be the worst gun on the server, but iNation, if they want to stay alive here, they need this round. They need this round for sure, and this is exactly when MOUZ NXT decide to go out fast towards A main. VLDN and Dragon, they're both blocked by the smoke in towards Donut. 8kit, he is here with the AWP though. This would be the perfect moment for him to start shining. CD smoke not perfect by MOUZ NXT. They will fix that by throwing in another one. And they can now finally move in. Gymfat. Looking for entries. Boosted up is QQ. Drive. Trying to contest. Gets taken down. Next CS finds Kindo as well towards Temple. VLDN gets 2. Can you get more? VLDN gets a third. 8kit finally with the AWP chimes in. And it's a 3 versus 1. All on to next CS now. Unfortunately, is on the other side of the map in towards Red Room. He will make his way towards Donut. Making a lot of sound while retreating to A main, and this should be a free one for VLDN. Bullet to the head, missed, but he cleaned it up. 4 kills for VLDN, amazing round for him. Started off with the FAMAS and ends it with the AK-47. And that will be the half in favor of MOUZ NXT. 10-5, not a bad scoreline. iNation though, they really need a special round if they want to see any chances and hope of coming back into this one. We will be back just as soon as the second half starts. Right, welcome back everyone. We're going to be starting over with the second half of the MOUZ NXT versus iNation match. We are on Ancient. Again, I'm not sure whose pick it is since HLTV decided to glitch out. But MOUZ NXT with a really good half. 10 rounds on the T side. iNation, they started off strong but fizzled out. Managed to get a round towards the end. 2 flashes and a kit bought over for Slend, and we see a lot of utility for iNation actually. Armors on just 3 players. And they're making their way in towards the B bomb site. They don't want to rush the issue though. Kindo, he will take control of cave. And he will be granted it. Nobody is waiting for him in cave. MOUZ NXT effectively playing retake from short and long. Vladin just waiting for any mid or A main aggression. Sound being made by iNation now. And Kindo, he should be ready to pop out any moment now. Dragon will do so. Shoiv gets first contact. Prison finds him. 5 versus 4 established here. Jimfat now looking for blood. He will be smoked out. Vladin finally able to find out the mid aggression towards heaven. Dragon trying to find it. Spams out the smoke. Not doing any damage. Might get trapped by Slender. Indeed, that is what will happen. Vladin against strength. Dragon will trade him down. Dragon goes down. Kristen finds 2. 8-kit, however, with a trade. VLDN and 8-kit here. Good crossfire set up for them, but VLDN misses a lot of shots. He is doing damage. And 8-kit gets a knife kill. That surely feels nice. And the pistol run is secured by iNation. I feel like MOUZ NXT, they played a bit too passive towards that one. And they did not have enough utility to retake. But not going to take anything away from iNation. That was a good round. It was well set up. VLDN in towards the mid lurk. Did his job properly. And MOUZ NXT, they will force up. There is a FAMAS on Jimfat here. Let's see what he can find with it. iNation, they did win the first pistol as well, but they weren't able to convert. Let's see if they can do it this time. Dragon here. Faces Prison. Wins the fight. 8-kit now. Placing him towards Nexius. We have 3 players towards the B-bomb side for MOUZ at least. And 8-kit. Peeks out towards Nexius. Finds him. Gemfat now with the FAMAS. Not able to get much done. Slend, however, hiding in the corner, will get peeked out by Dragon. Instantly a 5 versus 1. Great round by iNation. They did a much better job this time. Winning out the conversion round. And the next one should be free. Since MOUZ and NXT are on a double eco now. QQ, let's see if he can do some damage with the Deacon and maybe save a weapon. Does someone to Kindo. VLDN approaching him. Flash in for him. QQ takes him down. Can he get any more though? Dragon down. He will not. 4 alive in the end. Good round by iNation. And this should effectively be a 10-8 scoreline unless MOUZ and NXT can make some magic happen with pistols. Looking at the scoreboard here. 8-kit, he has recovered. He had 2 kills in the first 6 rounds, so this is not bad. On the other side, Jimfat leading the board. Kristen on 13, Jimfat on 17. An even spread. 5 again, towards cave here. One is out. Take some control. Spam damage done. And he will take cave. Molotov being set up. Kindo, he will get flashed off. 8-kit finds one. Out. Oh, what a grenade by Choi. Dunks down 2. Kindo cleans up. Gets 2 in the end as well. Kobe them out of the server. 4 alive for iNation. Clean enough. Anti-eco. And this is where the guns come out. Full buys for both the squads. No AWP for Slend, however. He will have to work with an M4 instead. Mid being taken by VLDN and Dragon. While his teammates. 8 get here towards long. He will get naded down along with Kain and Choi. Good damage. And Nexius peeks out behind the flash. The op is now noted. BLDN here towards middle. Not able to find much. Fire in towards cave for Prison. Might face some action here. iNation, they should be able to take cave control here. That is indeed what VLDM will try to do. They are grouping up though. Slend and Prison in towards cave. Waiting for the aggression that is yet to come. In from iNation. VLDN is waiting for a re-aggress. Prison, is he going to give it to him? No flash on Slend. Otherwise they might have. Flash onto Prison though. VLDN and Kaindo both get a frag. And that is cave cleared out. The boost did not work out for them. Nexius now, what can you do? The savior, actually the hero of the first half, getting incredible entries. Can you defend here? No, you cannot. Completely bind. QQ will find one. But Nexius, he goes down to Kaindo and Jimfat and QQ. All they can do here is save. A well played round by iNation. The pace was perfect. They knew when to go fast. They knew when to go slow. Cleared out cave with a perfect flash. And once the cave setup fell, the round was theirs. 9-10 now for iNation, and they are bringing this one back. MOUZ NXT still yet to post a round on their CD side. And looking at the scoreboard now, nobody is lacking for iNation anymore. Slend now is on the bottom of the server. I was highlighting how he was getting some good picks in lane towards B, but that seems like forever ago at this point. Because he has been quiet, and the CD-sided AWP is going to have some impact in towards the A side at least, if that is where he chooses to play. Jimfat and QQ though, they will save the rifles. They can drop over 2 more, so MOUZ NXT, they should have another buy round. MP9 bought up on Prison, but other than that, everyone should be well equipped. 3 M4s and an AK. Utility up to the belt. Only 1 kid onto Nexius though. But MOUZ NXT, they need to change something up. iNation having won in the first the first rifle round. Let's see if they can continue in that trajectory. Nexius in towards cave. He is being pressured here. Maze thrown out towards him. Some spam as well. He will be safe for now. He has Prison here to assist him. Spam damage going both ways. 8 kid being tagged down as well. Nexius deliberately giving out the fallback information so that Prison can hide in the corner. 8 kit, he will find Slend in towards long. Early entry for iNation here. Fall into trajectory of the last round. QQ will find one towards Donut though. He has to fall back now. He has Jimfat here to help him. He has effectively baited in for Jimfat. Do they clear him though? No, they do not. Instead choose to move to red room. Prison finds one towards Kaindo. Dragon now, what does he want to do? His teammates are coming in towards A main. MOUZ NXT, as of right now, hold the 4 vs 3 advantage. And Dragon, he might catch Nexius. No, he cannot. Jimfat. He knows what's up now. They have full map control. And he goes in towards CD. Finds the kill. All left onto 8 kit now, who was already tagged down by the cave spray earlier on. Should be a save. But there we go. MOUZ NXT finally post their first round on the CD side. iNation, they won the first rifle round, but unfortunately not able to follow that trajectory into the next one. In the end, the 3-man save by MOUZ NXT last round is what won them this one. But hopefully they can keep this up. And they will have to keep it up actually, because looking over at the money for iNation, they are loaded at this point. More than 10,000 on Kaindo and Choif. So they should be good for another 2 rounds. So MOUZ NXT, they really have to hold on to these ones. They will face full buys after full buys. MOUZ NXT. timeout being called here. We go back into play. As I said, full buy here for iNation as well. They still have a lot of money left in the bank. So even if they lose this one, they'll have a buy coming in the next one. Kind of this time, alone in towards B. As iNation 5 to take mid control. Dragon leading his forces. VLTN in towards cave though. Kinda sorry. Dragon, he's hearing information towards Donut. They're actually gonna hit him in mid. They expect the flashbang. Get one. Jimfat gets two though. Amazing trading by him. But that allows VLTN to exploit the gap in towards A. He realized that the mid, Donut and A players were crunching in towards mid. And can he find a freebie? He might be able to get to. They're not expecting him to be here. VLTN a free kill onto Slen. Jimfat, he is already tagged down to 12 HP. They will take the site. iNation. Kaindo though is still on a long flank in towards A main. VLTN gets another frag onto Nexius. And now Jimfat, he's still alive with 12 hit points. But what can he do? His teammate's still far away in towards deep mid. They will smoke out Donut. Prison, I think he spotted Kaindo. Yes, he did. He will molly him out. He will lose the fight though. Full HP and full information. Prison still unable to win that one out. All left onto Jimfat now. He was the one who got the 2 early entries here in towards middle, and he will choose to save. iNation, they do not want MOUZ NXT to embark on a streak here, as they take back their form. 5th round for them in this half, bringing the scoreline to an 11-9. Bomb will go down now. And Jimfat, he should be allowed to save. But this one's getting close. It was 10-5 at halftime. And MOUZ NXT, they had a firm control over the second half of the first half. The last few rounds, they were dominating. They only lost the last one out, bringing it into a 10-5. But MOUZ NXT, money's in a weird spot right now. They have some loss bonus, so most of them should be able to buy it. Nexius, he can get a gun dropped over from Jimfat. Let's see what it looks like, but iNation, they're gonna continue building up that bank that they have. Since only 2 players died, Dragon and Itkit, they can rebuy themselves. Choiv almost touching 10 grand now before buying utility. And things are starting to look good for iNation here. Indeed, drops will be held over. Slent picks up the AWP. That's going to be dropped over from Jimfat. Dragon now again, aggressing in towards middle. He wants to assert his dominance here. He was the one being bullied here with Vlad in the first half. MOUZ NXT choose to play a double donut setup this time around. QQ, he will clear it out. Prison here towards cave. Will protect himself from Kaindo, thanks to the smoke for now. Vlad, and he has found some space in towards A main. And QQ and Jimfat, they are playing double donut, so Jimfat will be mollied out. Smoke dropped in by QQ to help his teammate. Again, VLTN, he knows what this means. He knows they're playing 2 donut. Slant, he will catch Dragon off guard in mid. Now VLTN approaching in. Not able to find the frag though. QQ. Choiv dies to QQ as well. And that one fizzled out quick. The A main crunch didn't quite work. Slant found a frag in mid as well. But QQ, a good hold into a zonut. I truly believe that Choiv had his number. But apparently not. Kaindo, is he going to check under him? No, he is not. Prison will find the frag. All left onto 8 kit now. And he really wants to save this up. Even though he doesn't need to, he still has a lot of money. And his teammates can drop over as well. 0 loss bonus for iNation though, so they'll only get 1400 in this one. Dragon is the only one lacking in cash right now, but he will get a drop. I do want to see what the economy looks like after this round though, but I think iNation, they should still be able to afford another buy after this one. That early 4-round streak, keeping a lot of players alive, surely builds up the bank for the rest of the game. And that will help them out at this point. Pause coming in now. But MOUZ NXT. Bounce back. Looks like the double donut setup really is working out for Jimfat and Prison. We are going live. iNation, do you have any other plans? We have not seen a lot of action in towards the B-bomb side in the gun rounds. Dragon again is going to face the smoke. Choiv going in towards cave. Drops out his Molotov. Only to get one in exchange. By Prison. Dragon, he's going to pop out of the smoke. Slend, he is playing in towards Red Room along with Jimfat. In case Dragon wants to contest. We also have 2 players in towards cave. Slend wins the fight. Next up is Prison. What can he do? Along with Dexius. 5v4 advantage for MOUZ NXT. Dexius gets mollied out. But of course it is enough distraction for Prison and himself to find a frag each. Slend cleans up towards ramp. And VLDN left alone. iNation, the split up approach is not really working out for them. Dragon on his solo mission in towards Red Room. Trying to Slend. And then his teammates tying in towards cave and lane. They might want to start grouping up again, since that is what was working for them early out. Money is low now. VLDN, if he's able to save this AK, they might still go for a buy, but it won't be good. It will not be a pretty one. He doesn't have the bomb, so VLDN, he has to save at this point. And MOUZ NXT looks like they are going to allow him to do so. 13-10 now for MOUZ NXT. And they're finally back in form. After their 10-5 start, iNation embarked on a 4-round streak, only to be met by resistance by MOUZ NXT once the rifle round started kicking in. Oh, this is where the hand comes in. He was spotted, but VLDN, he's allowed to save. Pause coming in again. iNation, they really need to talk this over. They need to decide what kind of buy they want to go for. And they need to come up with a strat that is able to break this MOUZ NXT defense. Prison, he's dropped out of the server. Good showing so far though by both of the teams. It has been close at times, but as I said earlier, MOUZ NXT coming in as the favorites. Should be edging this one out. We're gonna be going live again. Actually, I don't think so. Yeah, the round's gonna be reset. But iNation need to come up with something, otherwise MOUZ NXT, they will run away with the bag. They choose not to invest here. VLDN with the solo AK-47. And only one upgraded Deagle onto Choiv. No armor from smokes being bought out, but let's see what VLDN can do for us. He has a fair bit of utility and use. Chooses to go in towards cave. He will be met by Quizen. Quizen completely blind. Free kill for VLDN. Amazing flash by Choif. Good fight before established. AK retrieve for 8 kit as well. Has no armor though, as pointed out earlier. So it won't be that good. Needs the one tap headshot. VLDN again. In towards cave. Looking for the next point of contact. Nexius and Jimfat in towards this B-bomb side. Nexius. Some shots off towards lane. Does he know that there are two in towards cave also? Jimfat will clean that up. 8kit finds Nexius. It's his second in this round. Support is coming in the form of QQ and Slen. Jimfat spammed out. Some damage done. Kaindo now. Can move out. Jimfat coming in towards ground. Kaindo sees him. Does some damage. Jimfat though will get the kill. Jimfat down to 10 HP now. Doesn't matter. Jimfat, he will take down Dragon as well. These players are all unarmored. These are easy fights for Jimfat. However, sneaking up on him is 8kit. Not really sneaking. VLDN finds a frag. 8kit towards ramp will retrieve the bomb. And they're gonna sprint over to the A side. They should be able to get a bomb plant here. But other than that, let's see what they can get done. QQ, he has a kit. Slend on the AWP. Not really the best weapon for the retake. But they are still definitely favored here. Against the unarmored 8kit. VLDN here is waiting for the rotate. Slend. He is determined to find this flank, and he almost did. VLDN in the end, they are going to leave him alone. And no, this flank might just work out. 8kit peeks into Slend, finds the frag. All onto QQ. This is not how you win around iNation. No way. 8kit now just tucking in behind the boxes, baiting it for his teammate. VLDN cleans it up. 13-11 for iNation. And that was a round where they had 4 pistols, no armor, and 1 AK-47. Somehow VLDN getting that entry. 8kit getting that other rifle. Wins them the round, and MOUZ NXT kind of fumbled the bag there. No worries in the money department though, they can still buy up this round. Next one though is going to be troublesome. But 8kit, he is also going to be able to recover an AWP from the CTs. Another timeout being called. 13-11 now. iNation, they are making this scary. I still believe that MOUZ NXT are playing a higher level of CS. But you never know what might happen. iNation, I would really love for them to group up and make some plays so that they can trade each other out. Let's see what they opt to do. Like last round, they were all grouped up together. They were able to find trades. It was perfect. Let's see if they're able to recreate that success. In towards middle again, VLDN. Along with Dragon, as always. Kaindo, Molotov towards cave. Quizen, he's alone in cave this time. No double man setup. And Choif, he has taken control. VLDN, meanwhile, takes in A main control as well. But the T's, they have established cave presence. 3 CDs in towards this bomb site. Nobody guarding towards mid, so in case of a retake, they will have to be very, very off middle. Of course, we know that there's nobody in mid, but they don't. So that is something to note. VLDN now on his work. A good crunch in from B main. From Jimfat and Nexius. Quizen will find Choif towards cave as well. iNation, again, the split up approach is not working out for them. Quizen finds Dragon as well. All left onto 8kit and VLDN now. He's just gonna wait for his teammate. But do they want to go for this round? Money is not good. Money is not good at all. iNation, they win a round, and the one right after it, they just go back to doing the same approach. They go back to splitting up, not being able to trade efficiently. MOUZ NXT playing slow are able to win out the round. At least they should. There should be no way iNation win this, and it should be a safe call. Which it indeed is. 5 men alive for MOUZ NXT. That's definitely good for the bank. And VLDN an 8 kit, they will manage to save an AWP and an AK. There is some money in 8 kit's bank, so he can drop an AK if he chooses to do so. But other than that, iNation, they are going to be a bit skimpy on their buy here. Galil's 2 AKs, a Galil and a Tech 9 along with the AWP saved up from 8 kit. It could be worse. There is good utility. And iNation, they can definitely do something with this. This time around, I like their approach. They're going in fast towards A main. Nade out from VLDN. QQ though. Drops a Molotov. They're pushing through it. VLDN on contact. QQ still hiding behind big blocks. How many can he find? He finds VLDN. No! VLDN takes on Slen. QQ though will take on Choip. Jimfat with another one. Dragon trades on the QQ though. Jimfat is still alive. Still in the elbow smoke. Alone in towards his A side now. His teammates far off towards Long and Donut. And iNation, they want to assert temple control, which they will do. Clear it out. The CD smoke, however, has faded now. There is a smoke on Dragon, but he is deep inside temple. So how are they going to use this? How are they going to play this one out? They are just waiting for MOUZ NXT to make mistakes at this point. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like MOUZ NXT are in the mood to do that. Jimfat clears out the A side with a nice flashbang from his teammate. I think they have an idea of where Kindo lies. Hiding in towards Brokey. 8 kill as well on his AWP in towards main. But when do MOUZ NXT decide to rotate? Oh, Kindo gets the timing. Jimfat will take him down. He's already low. Jimfat under pressure now. He has help from Krisen. The Krisen, he will get smoked out. Jimfat gets one, and Krisen, he will step out of the smoke and find the frag on Dragon as well. 15 now. Logged in for MOUZ NXT. iNation, that looked promising for a bit. They got it into the 3 versus 3. Slowed it right down. Jimfat is on 27 frags. How did I not notice that? This man is going absolutely bonkers right now. The star of the squad. Sergey's younger brother. Showing us just what he could do. At 16 years of age. 27 frags against iNation. Is no small feat. VLDN now in towards cave. Krisen will take down Kind. VLDN with a quick trade. How many more can he find though? QT and Nexius in towards this B side. Smoked off. Short smoke yet to be dropped. A molly instead. They opt for. And the rest of MOUZ NXT poster are gonna come in and help as well. Some utility being dropped out. Choi and Co. Waiting for a smoke to dissipate. Jimfat gets one. Jimfat gets 2. Jimfat gets 3 on that one. Nexius gets the final frag. And MOUZ NXT, they will win out the first map. Jimfat closing out with 30 kills to his name. An amazing map by the young Finn. And I would say a respectable display by iNation. If they had stuck together a bit more, they would have won out the map. Maybe. But MOUZ NXT, they were the better team throughout. We will take a short break and don't forget to tune back in for the second map, which is going to be Overpass. See you guys then.
Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win.
welcome back, guys. We should be starting off with the second map of MOUZ NXT versus iNation soon. The first map went the way of MOUZ NXT, and I see someone in chat, iNation easy win. Overpass? It is their pick, so maybe. Let's see what happens. They don't have a good win rate, but you never know. iNation, they put up a good fight in the first map, I would say. They were able to win out 11 rounds. I feel like they could have made the game closer if they had a little bit more of team play and effective trading, but unfortunately they did not. MOUZ NXT are the heavy favorites coming into this game. Bookmakers currently giving them 1.15 odds. Before the match started, it was around 1.5 for MOUZ NXT, but that definitely dropped down after they won the first map. iNation, they have a 29% win rate on this map in 14 maps, and MOUZ NXT have a 40% win rate over 10 maps, so it's anybody's game. Let's see how it turns out. We're still waiting for it to start, but it is definitely going to be a banger.
Counter-terrorists win. Counter-terrorists win.
We're still waiting for the game to start. All the players have joined in, so have the coaches, so it shouldn't be long now before we jump into Overpass, the map of iNation. They don't really have a very convincing win rate, but let's see if they can take MOUZ NXT down. As far as I know, JimFat is a very good player on Overpass, from the VODs that I've seen at least. And he was the star of Ancient as well. He dropped 30 frags. And just reminder that he is 16 years old. He is the little brother of Sergey, who played in the Ents lineup with Alexi B. Reached the grand finals of the major. Beat Astralis at times. Prime Astralis. Right, looks like we're about to go live. Welcome back, everyone. This is map 2 of the ESEA ADV Season 14 playoff. MOUZ NXT, they won map 1, which was Ancient, their own pick, 16 to 11. Now this is iNation's pick. MOUZ NXT, they have chosen to start CD. This is a heavily CD-sided map, so MOUZ NXT, let's see just how many rounds they can mount up here on iNation's pick on the CD side. iNation opting to go for a smoke and a flash on Kindo. Brunt of their forces moving in towards the B side. Short control gained by Choi. They will face towards connector though, and they will find Jimfat. He will retreat towards the A side, or at least he will try to. Indeed. Pulls out a lot of rotations from MOUZ though, and that was all a ruse by iNation. As they now look to go in towards B short. Smoke going out, and a flashbang. QQ opens up. Drive with a good trade. Nexus finds one as well. Nexus finds another one. Kindo now under pressure. Finds a kill on Slend. 2 behind him though. Kindo, 1 bullet to your name. You cannot do much. 8 kit now left alone in a 1 versus 3. Not able to do anything. Quick round out of MOUZ NXT. Keeping 3 alive. A really solid B defense. Also the smoke thrown in towards short was perfectly timed. Which is what stopped iNation in their approach towards short. Good start to the map. MOUZ NXT, let's see if they can convert the pistol round. 2 Tech 9s, 2 Deagles and a Scout bought up for iNation. They will be going in towards Fountain. 8 kit. With the Scout. Dragon on combo. Could get in contact with Slend, who is playing near the stairs. Indeed, Slend with a flash. The flash didn't do much, and he will take 1 down, but he will get traded out by VLDN. The flash by QQ there could have been better. I feel like the positioning was just a bit off. What do iNation want to do here? They have a smoke and 3 flashes in total. And QQ is going to use his own smoke in towards connector. Reason here towards Scarlet is playing close. Jimfat throws in a Molotov so that they don't check Grison. He is going to aggress though. He might find Kindo here. He will. Grison finds one. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. VLDN with a quick trade. A second frag for him. 3 versus 3 established. Low HP on Choi and VLDN though. 2 players in towards long. 8 kid and Choi goes down all onto 8 kid. And this should be a quick 2-0 for MOUZ NXT. In both map and round fashion. They have the bomb. 8 kid, you have to die, buddy. And you have to die soon. If he wants to take the loss bonus. He's trying to bait someone into a fight. Will they avoid him though? No, they will not be able to. Jimfat will get a second in the round. And that's a 2-0 for MOUZ NXT. I really want to see how Jimfat performs in this map because he just gave us a lights out performance on Ancient. Dropping 30 kills in a 16 to 11 scoreline. But iNation, this is their pick. This is where they're supposed to be dominant. They will eco out this one to ensure rifles in the next round. Some upgraded pistols here. 2 Eagles and a Tech 9. Great nade by Slend. Finds a dunk onto Dragon. And look at that. Nexus and QQ dunking 2 towards shot. Will take down Vladin as well. Those were some good nade combos towards shot and Fountain. Choiv now. In towards body. Does find Slend and somehow takes him down. Jimfat not towards long. He hears this. He's gonna take the nade kit. And he's gonna call in some support as well. Choiv with another frag on the Deagle. Onto Grison. Jimfat, he is on notice here. QQ is coming in to help him. QQ will clear his corners. Take down Choiv. All left on to Kaindo, who will deliver a 1 deek. 1 versus 2 now. This is not impossible. No armor on Kaindo, but positioning is going to be problematic. As Nexius, he is on the flank and he will catch it. 3-0 for MOUZ NXT. Sloppy though. It did not need to be this sloppy. Gave away a bit too much to Deagle, no armors, but an op will come out for Slend and a rifle buy finally for iNation. 8kit will get his hands on his trusty AWP as well. He did not really do much towards the end of the last map. Let's hope that he can have a better performance as an opera in this one. Looks like he wants to peek in towards connector. Not going to be challenged though. Meanwhile, Slend opting to go towards short. Might meet 8kit here, or no, Slend, he's sneaking in towards Vladin, but he's not able to find the frag. Missed his opportunity. Now in towards connector he bears. Kaindo, however, making his way towards long. Jimfat and Kristen with a double toilet setup here. Could get contested. It all depends on the timing. Choiv instead goes into connector, and now Kaindo is alone towards long. It should at least be a trade for MOUZ NXT, if not a free kill. Jimfat to take contact first. Jimfat to provide the frag. As clean as it gets. 5 versus 4 established for iNation. 8kit waiting for a re-aggress. He will get the re-aggress. He will get the flag as well. And he sees that this was not Jimfat, which means Jimfat is still in toilets. MOUZ, they could have made Jimfat clear first, so they wouldn't have expected Kristen, but nonetheless, 4 versus 3 established here. Slend opening up with his AWP. Both hoppers finding a frag. Choiv with the boost though. Will take him down, bring it down to a 3 versus 3. And iNation moving in towards the B side. QQ alone towards the side, cannot do much. Goes down. Nexius though mounts up a defense, gets one. Can he fall back though? Yes he can. Jimfat and Nexius. Nexius extremely low. Both of them have kits. No utility though. How do they want to play this one out? Jimfat, he is going to be boosted up top. Let's see if he can find some info. More than info. He finds a kill onto Dragon. All onto 8kit now. With his AWP. Misses a sitter. 8kit. He has full HP. Finds a frag. But the trade was inevitable. Jimfat, he will close out the round. With 3 to his name. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. 3 rounds in and he already has 6 frags. Top of the board. Winning his team the 3rd round. Sorry, the 4th round. 4-0 now, MOUZ NXT. Off to a hot start here. It would be really funny if Jimfat posts double 30 bombs, one after the other. If it happens, I called it. iNation, thanks to the buy, they will be able, thanks to the bomb plant, they will be able to buy again. Let's see if this time around they can close out the round. They had the advantage last time, but the boost caught them off guard. Towards Graffiti. Towards Slend now with his AWP. Rather aggressive in towards Divider. Should go back. Yes, he will. Long control taken by iNation rather quickly. Slend, he should go back to the side to address this issue. Which is what he will do. Now, unless they clear it with a flashbang, no, they will not. Slend dry peeks and finds Choiv. Again, no trade potential there. Not really a clean fight for Choiv. And now Slend, he's already repositioned in towards the bathrooms. In a nice little off angle. Will be shoulder peek, but Slend catches 8kit nonetheless. 5 versus 3 for MOUZ NXT. Kind of still sitting in towards long, but the issue that I highlighted in towards Ancient is coming back to haunt iNation again. They're not playing in pairs, they're not playing in situations where they can trade. And MOUZ NXT, they're just taking advantage of that. Vladin will at least find Slend peering out of toilets. There still is a 2-man stack on the A-bomb side though. Kristen. Next to contact. Misses the first few shots. Still finds the frag onto Kaindo. Dragon now. Rotations coming in. Kristen. Can he find another one? No, he got out of ammo now. Tags down VLDN. Dragon takes one down as well. All onto Dragon now. 1 versus 2. Jimfat is low, but that does not matter. Jimfat, he will dunk him down. 5-0 for MOUZ NXT. A very hot start. And again, if iNation hadn't given the first 2 kills by dry peeking Slend in various different angles, especially in angles where you cannot trade, that could have been a round that iNation could have won. VLDN, he tried his best along with Choiv to get onto that bomb site, but when you're coming back from a 5 versus 3 disadvantage, there's only so much that you can do. Boss called in now, and iNation, they are going to go for a half buy, keeping just above $2,000 for the next round. They will have a decent amount of utility though, Choiv, with a full build here. We might see something poppy and flashy this round with the Tech 9s, 3 Tech 9s, a Deagle and a P250. MP9 on QQ's hand. Maybe you'll get an opportunity to farm here. Fast in towards connector. Dragon is going to hold this ground. Grayson just jump peeking with a grenade. Nade stack coming in. Good damage onto Grayson. If there was one more, he would be dead right now. Dragon just avoiding the spam from the B side. This is going to be a B finish. Still utility on Troy. Let's see when he decides to drop it. MOUZ NXT. They might want to re-aggress. They will actually re-aggress. Nexus finds 1, Nexus finds 2, Nexus finds 3 frags in towards B main, and the re-aggress works properly. The flash was perfect. He set up. Nexus, can he find anything more? No, he cannot. Choiv gets 2 frags back, but in a 3 versus 1, not much Dragon can do now. Sure, he has the retrieved M4, he has armor, but realistically, should be around for MOUZ NXT. A really good re-aggress in B main. The thing behind that play is iNation, no way had they expected that. You do not expect people with M4s and like an MP9 to re-aggress against pistols with armor, because iNation know that MOUZ NXT know they're low on a buy. They're low on money, and yet MOUZ NXT make that play. It is ballsy because it is very easy to lose those fights, those close quarter fights against the Tech 9. Luckily, the flash was timed to perfection. Nexius finds 3. Jimfat will close the round out, and it is a 6-0 lead for MOUZ NXT. Unblemished so far. MOUZ NXT yet to drop a single round on iNation's map pick. MOUZ NXT won the map 1, Ancient, which was their map pick. They won it 16-11, and they were dominant throughout the entire game. iNation, they had some opportunities, but unfortunately, they weren't able to string rounds together in the first map. This is iNation's map pick, and they need to win this one if they want to take it to a third. Slend going in for the fast shot peek. Gets spammed down to 13 HP though. Good damage coming in from iNation. Something they can be happy about. Unconfirmed though, of course. Slend in towards connector now. Is he going to get a fight against Dragon? Yes, he is. Dragon just a shoulder peek. He will get caught off guard by VLDN though. VLDN, does he expect a second? Yes, he does. No, he does not. Nexius again with these trades and these fights. When you look at MOUZ NXT play, you can see how they set up. They always set up for trades, which is just what iNation are lacking. Just this one round, VLDN was able to trade out Dragon, but that too from a different position. iNation, they will re-establish presence towards a short. Grayson towards sides, and Jimfat in towards long, always changing his position up. Grayson with a jump spot. He is gonna get spotted out. Drops an incendiary. Kindo and Naked, they will have to respect that. Choiv does get a frag towards short. Sees Nexius as well. Can he win this fight? If he can, will open up avenues for iNation. Indeed, he can. Meanwhile, iNation and Kindo, what do they want to do now? 8Kid will spot out Jimfat in towards toilet. Jimfat, he needs to fall back. He cannot die and give up his position. As 8Kid takes the bomb over to the B side. Crimson, he is still on A. And iNation effectively have a free bomb site for them. They should be around, they convert, unless Jimfat and Crimson can clutch this one out. I don't even think they're going to try this. Yes, money is low on MOUZ NXT due to the fact that they haven't had a lot of players surviving. Kind of will take Crimson down as well. All onto Jimfat now. A little bit of team damage. It's fine as long as they don't kill each other. But yeah, iNation finally on the board. First round to their name, and this is C decided overpass, so it is not really crazy that MOUZ NXT were up 6-0. It is totally believable. T-side overpass considered one of the most T-sided maps right now in the meta. And Jimfat, he will be allowed to save. He has enough money to drop a gun. I think MOUZ NXT are going to buy into this one with some SMGs. Or are they going to choose not to? Boss coming up. QQ dropped earlier, so Nexius on 10 kills and Jimfat on 9 already. Definitely a good sign if you are a MOUZ NXT fan. Not at all a good sign if you support the boys over at iNation. 8kit again off to a slow start. I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for him. He's at 2 kills right now. Was not able to do much on the AWP on the first map of Ancient. Let's see if he can do something different on Overpass. Jimfat, he does drop down on M4 and his team will buy up indeed. 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and AK. QQ still yet to buy. A deagle on him. So, a respectable buy. Of course, it could have been better, but considering the fact that they won 6 rounds in a row, it should have been better, but economy was always kept low. Thanks to the multiple deagle rounds by iNation. Let's see if they can increase their streak here. Clearing out connector. Choi, he'll get the area for free. MOUZ NXT with an interesting 4-man stack in towards the B-bomb site. Slend alone towards long. And iNation, they're playing this one extremely passively. They want to make sure they clear all of their corners and don't make any unnecessary mistakes. QQ, again, a nade stack onto him. Last time it was onto Nexius, but these nade stacks are paying off. 17 hit points on him now. As iNation make their way up. Divider onto short. They spot out Slend. Some damage done onto him. And MOUZ NXT with a quick retake. Slend, for some reason, repeats the smoke. Gets a frag onto Choi. Instantly traded out by 8kit though. And now, iNation, they choose to go back towards short. MOUZ NXT though, they've read this. They've read this perfectly. QQ, Jimfat, and Nexius lie in wait. As long as Jimfat doesn't rotate, this should be a very strong defense for MOUZ NXT. Indeed, Nexius finds the first. Jimfat now should be the next point of contact. QQ is burning alive. 11 points of health for him. Nexius still stuck in sandbags. And here comes Jimfat in towards ABC. Gets a frag. Nexius finds another. And QQ, all the while sitting on 17 HP after those 2 nades just hit. And MOUZ NXT, they're able to find another round for them. That was a really weird play by Slend towards the smoke on truck. He was the only one on the A side. After being spotted out, he decided to re-peek when he already knew there were a lot of PTs there. Did find a frag. He did get traded out. But good round from MOUZ NXT. iNation, had they found that frag on Slend, they would have won the round. They had an empty A side to work with. But unfortunately, things didn't go their way. 7-1 now for MOUZ NXT. And the lead just keeps increasing. Full buy for both the teams. A little on to Kaindo. But other than that, they have everything they should need. Some low util though. Dragon in towards connector. Choi will clear out short. A little bit of spam coming in from nobody other than Nexius. QQ and Nexius this time are the only ones on the B-bomb side. A change up from the 4-man stack they had last round. Instead, we see a heavy approach towards toilet here for Slend and Jimfat. They have a 2-man setup in towards toilets. 8kit might fall to his demise. Nexius though will find the first flag, and this is where Jimfat activates. Finds the kill onto 8kit. Slend will chime in from truck. And Kaindo, little does he know he's getting wrapped in from long. Nexius finds Vlad on the B-bomb side as well. And kind of he's left alone. Behind the smoke lies a hungry Gym Fat. And kind of, he should just hope to save here. Maybe pick up an AK. He is going to run into Gym Fat's crosshairs at some point. Is he going to clear him though? No, and Gym Fat will clean it up. 8-1 for MOUZ NXT now. It started off with what was a normal looking CD side. It's very normal for the CD start team to mount up a few rounds, but 8 is not a few. 8 is kind of a lot. They have already won out the half in the first 9 rounds. And iNation, yes, you do need the pause right now. You need to rethink and reassess your strategies. They need to start coming into this game now. Otherwise, their own map pick of Overpass, it's not looking good. I really want 8-Kit to get something done. He's the new addition to this roster. He replaced Depression, who was a phenomenal opper. 8-Kit, at least today, has not been able to do his best on the AWP. He has had impact, but just not on the AWP. And at some points, that is what was missing on Ancient. At least on the CD side of iNation, where Slend was constantly abusing lane with his AWP. Should be an eco coming out by iNation here, half buy, so that they can buy into the next one. Some upgraded pistols, 4 Tech 9s, and a Deagle. You know what that means. We might see a fast play here. Let's see where. Towards connector, it seems. Choiv leading the charge with his Deagle. Kind of will take some nade damage in towards Fountain, down to 48 points of health. Choiv, he's cleared out connector. Slend here, he is alone on the A side with his op. He peeks out. That was a ballsy peek. Spots out another 3. Knows the push is coming. Falls back into towards dumpster. Good decision making by Slend here. Does not want to give away the op. Knows what's at point here. Dragon will still find him though. Retake is on. Next CS finds Dragon with a nade. Next CS looking for Kaindo now. Can he find a frag? He has a smoke. He has a Molotov. Next CS will clean up. All on to Choi and Bladen now. Bladen takes contact in towards Bank. Goes down to Prison. All on to Choi. He has been spotted out. Should not be allowed to live for much longer. And he is in Prison. With a double along with Nexius and MOUZ NXT get their 9th. I don't mind their plan. It was a good plan. They got the bomb down, which is peculiar since they haven't been able to do that. I think they only got the bomb down twice in total, or maybe 3 times so far. So that is definitely a plus. They will have more utility now thanks to the bomb plant and some more money as well. But iNation, they really need to start posting some rounds now. Otherwise, MOUZ NXT, they're going to run away with this map and this game. Again, a 3-man start towards the A-bomb side. Maybe they want to take Fountain control. Prison, he will push up close. But he will be faced by 4 players from iNation. So this could be a good duel. Slend will open things up. He gets 1. Does he get 2? No, he cannot. Slend, it's Gym Fat and Prison coming in from connector and birthday party, cleaning up. Slend, he had some awkward misses there, but his teammates were there to help him out. VLDN left alone, gets a frag onto QQ, only to be traded out by Nexius immediately. 10-1 the scoreline reads for MOUZ NXT. This is the map pick of iNation. MOUZ NXT, they won map 1, which was their own pick of Ancient. They won at 16-11, and frankly, iNation were playing better on Ancient than they are on Overpass. Again, this is a heavily CD-sided map, but even so, iNation, they still need to mount at least 4 rounds if they want to have a chance of winning this one out. Fast connector presence from Troiv again. It's been his default for Overpass so far. Re-smoke for Monster. Flash out towards Monster. Bladen, he's coming out. He'll win the fight. Gym Fat with a quick trade. Bladen gets another one. That's more like it. 4 versus 3 now for iNation. And they have the bomb site. Heaven is smoked out. The retake is on for MOUZ NXT. Slen with his AWB almost hit that shot. He is going to be boosted up though. Nexius, can he find anything? They've already made this play, but sees the shadow, spots him out, gets the frag. Gets away. Nexius now. He's a man possessed. He's feeling confident right now. Vladen, he is already low. Down to 24 points of health. Can he find the file? He cannot find the headshot. Kind of though, will trade. In time. Choiv and kind of finds another one. All on to Choiv. Slen changes out for an AK. He has a kit. He has a smoke. And the timing works out. Choiv peeks out of the smoke just in time. And iNation, they finally post a second round. 10-3 now. In the favor of MOUZ NXT. But that was definitely well done by iNation. A round that they really needed. We are still going to see a buy from MOUZ NXT. Vladen, he is going to be operating with a Khalil due to the fact that not a lot of his teammates were able to survive the last round. It was just Choiv in the end. And Grayson, he has aggressed in towards Fountain. He's going to find a freebie on Kindo. There we go, Grayson. As clean as it gets. MOUZ NXT start off with a 5 versus 4 after losing a round. Boost opted here for Choiv. He should find the kill. On to QQ, he will do so. Brings it back to a 4-on-4. Nexius though with the spam. Catches Choiv. And that is one way to get the advantage back for his team. Grayson. Does he hear 8-kit? No, not yet. But Grayson, he might get caught off guard by 8-kit. And he will. 8-kit spots him out, gets the frag. Nexius eats some lead from the frag grenade. Slen will catch VLTN and Dragon. He's walking right into Nexius. Still finds a frag though. 2 versus 2. Still possible for iNation to get a third round here. Slen though finds the creeping Dragon into a shot, and all left onto 8-kit. A 1 versus 2. 4 kills to his name. And I don't fancy his chances here. He might be given a free bomb plant, but that's about it. Jimfat has 1 death. Slant peeks out, finds him, spams him through the corner of the barrel, and 11 rounds secured for MOUZ NXT. Nexius is on 20 frags right now. Jimfat has 15 kills and a single death. And QQ, okay, those stats aren't right. QQ dropped out, so his kills are refreshed, but Nexius and Jimfat, they are continuing their form from last map. Nexius was the one opening up mid round after round, and Jimfat was the one closing round after round. Tech 9s and some deagles bought up for iNation here, saving some money for the next one. The Slen, he might get some action in towards connector here. Chooses to drop a nade instead and fall back. Never mind, he has his teammate here with him now. Slen chooses to reaggress, legs him. Choiv gets 1, Choiv gets 2. A quick advantage for iNation here, something they haven't had a lot. QQ, of course you spam up into the smoke. Brings it back to a 3 versus 3. 8-kit, he was not expecting that, and 8-kit continuing to not have a good game. He is just being bullied round after round, map after map. Choiv, he will get taken down by Jimfat, who wrapped around long. And MOUZ NXT at this point, they have just read iNation like a book. Kindo and VLDN. What can they do? Bomb is still outside Monster. So perhaps Kindo would like to join VLDN in towards this expedition towards B. Instead, he is looking for Jimfat. Who is alone on the A side, so if somehow Kindo can win this fight, it might create an opportunity for iNation. But the problem is VLDN, he's stuck with the bomb. He cannot cross unless QQ moves. That is exactly what QQ will do. Kindo with the flashbang. Jimfat calls out for support. QQ moves away for a bit. VLDN, he had a chance. QQ the repicks, wins out the fight. 12-2 for MOUZ NXT now. And this is far more than just a dominant half of CD overpass. This is absolute destruction. Jimmy solo, Jimfat on 17 kills and a single death right now. This kid is 16 years old. Yet he's playing like a seasoned professional. iNation, last round of the half. Can they add another round to their tally? Can they make this a 12-3 half? Make it a little more competitive. Give them some more ground to work on. VLDN fast out towards short. Nexius with some util. There's a nade in the hands of Kristen as well. Slen catches some contact in towards A. Dragon will take down Jimfat. That's his second death at this point. VLDN will get mollied out. Oh, he's stuck. He's gonna die. Surely Nexius clears him out. Chooses not to. They take the damage as a win. Even though it might be unconfirmed. As to just how much they did. iNation choosing to group up towards the A-bomb side. Chive towards long and the rest towards toilets. They have utility. They have a good amount of flashbangs. A single smoke. They can't smoke out dumpster. Krisen, however, he is re-aggressive towards divider. And look at the timing. Look at the flashbang. Slend, how do you set up your teammate for that? 2 frags for Krisen. Can he get a third? No, he cannot. 8-kid response. 2 versus 2 now. Chive gets a frag as well. And all of a sudden, a round that was set up with a beautiful flashbang comes back into a 2 versus 2. A chance for iNation to grab a third. A chance for them to maybe stay alive. 8-kid. He's going to peek into bank anytime now. Against Nexius, the top fragger. Nexius, he will not win that one out. 2 bullets left on 8-kid though. He needs to reload. QQ now, left alone. 1 versus 2. Choiv is low. 8-kid is half. 8-kid is down. Choiv is 16 HP. QQ, he does not unfortunately have a smoke. He does have a nade. But Choiv, his AWP should win the round. Should being the imperative word. And yet, indeed, it will. 12-3 in the favor of MOUZ NXT. Dominating. Destructing iNation in the process on their own map pick. This is iNation's map pick. This is a map where they are supposed to play better. But again, the percentages just weren't with them. There's 29% win rate for iNation on 14 maps. Yet they chose to pick it. I mean, in reality, all maps that iNation play on HLTV have a bad win rate. But still, MOUZ NXT definitely on a completely different level than iNation right now. We're just gonna wait for the halftime break. And I will see you guys again in about 2 minutes or so. Right, welcome back to MOUZ NXT versus iNation. MOUZ NXT with a very dominant half. 12-3 in their favor. However, iNation are now on the preferred CD side. Let's see if they can mount a comeback. The pistol round is imperative. They need to win it. If not, they will effectively be playing from a 14-3 disadvantage. MOUZ NXT opting to get a smoke and a flashbang on QQ. Rest of the players armored with Glocks. What looks like a fast B play. QQ lining up a smoke towards heaven. And a flash for his teammates to enter. Nexius. Amazing first half for him. Goes down early though. Slen, can he trade? No, he cannot. Kaindo and VLDN doing amazing damage. Dragon chimes in as well. And VLDN will close the round. 5 alive for iNation. They get the pistol. The game is on. They do not want it to end yet. 4-12. It is a long way to go. But again, CD side overpass. It is definitely not impossible. iNation, you picked this map. Now is the time to prove to us why you did so. MOUZ opt to go for a full eco. They're playing very patient here. No need to force, no need to give away rounds. Jimfat running out towards birthday party with the bomb. That's going to be noted. Kaindo will fall back, but they know what's up. QQ trying to get some damage into this Kaindo. He will go down though. Surviving with some HP, and there we go. Kaindo and Choiv both chiming in. Choiv gets another. Can he get a third? No, Kaindo will clean up. 3 for Kaindo and 2 for Choiv, and that is the 5th round for iNation. Really quick. Rifles coming out now. And iNation, let's see if they can win the first rifle round for us. 4 AKs and a Galil. Prison opts to go for the most amount of utility here. Hence the inferior weaponry. MOUZ NXT, let's see what they have in store for us on this T side of overpass. QQ is alone towards B short, while his teammates take connector and A. Gemfat already has connector. Kaindo and 8kit opting to play for a double toilet setup, something that MOUZ NXT were opting for as well. Kaindo, he's getting this information. He knows what's happening. Next CS and Slend in towards toilet. 8kit will take first contact. 8kit will not get the frag. Next CS takes him down with a quick headshot. Next CS gets another one. Choiv with a team flash onto Kaindo. Not perfect. Not what they wanted. 3 versus 5 for iNation. This is the first rifle round, and Choiv makes a footstep. On notice now, Jimfat, he knows exactly what you're doing, buddy. There is no fooling him. Choiv gets pre-fired, gets cleared out. 4 versus 2 established as VLDN finds QQ towards the B-bomb side. But the retake from this point is just not happening. VLDN already down to 19 points of health. Dragon stuck in towards truck. Finds one. Can he find 2? Yes, he can. Dragon down to 13 points though. He gets away as well, down to 4 points now. Next ESEA and Slend, both healthy. Next Slend, he will get the bomb down. Vlad opts to go for the boost. Can he find anything though? Next CS catches it. And Dragon, 1 versus 2. 4 HP. He does have a kit, but he needs to save here. He has no option against 2 healthy MOUZ members. Maybe try to go for a ninja, but even that's unlikely. And he opts for the farmer. Goes for the save. MOUZ NXT, it did not take them long to post their first decided round. 13-5 the score will read now in the favor of MOUZ NXT. And iNation, they are very close to losing out the series in a rather dominant fashion. We will see a buy coming in for iNation though, thanks to the rounds they won. QQ opting for a Mac 10 on the T side here. Could be set up for in multiple ways. Kaindo this time is playing inside connector. 8kit, he will get contact, and Slend just runs and guns him out of the server. 8kit, he is being bullied right now. Dragon now takes a little bit of spam damage. Is going to be hurt by QQ. Flash comes in. What was that? On to 8kit. 6 kills now. Bottom of the server, 8kit. Not having a good day. Not having a good day at all. 5 versus 4 advantage for MOUZ now. They have a huge amount of utility here. The entire map is theirs. They have brackets. They have short. They have long. They can go anywhere they want to now. iNation, they have hedged their bets towards the B-bomb side. Stacking 3 players. Kaindo spotting in towards Dicebox alone. Smokes out toilets for now. Might dissuade MOUZ from aggressing in towards the A site. Next yes, he will investigate while his teammates going towards short. Sound is being made though. QQ, he should start up the attack with his Mac 10. Smoke goes out for iNation. Some late damage and the rotate is coming in. Look at this. Nexius, he's already on the lurk. He already has the side. MOUZ NXT, have you played as Nexius? Finds a sitter onto Kindo. QQ with a frag onto Dragon. Traded out by VLDN, but not much iNation can do here. It is another save. 14-5 now for MOUZ NXT. And there's a point in every map where you cannot afford to save anymore. You need rounds. And iNation, unfortunately, they've reached that point now. They can no longer save. Them saving another round effectively gives MOUZ NXT 15. iNation, this has been underwhelming so far on Overpass. Especially underwhelming from 8K. 6 kills and 16 deaths. Not a lot of impact from him. 46 ADR. Definitely not the kind of numbers an Opper would want to have. MOUZ NXT will guarantee their 14th. 2 players survive for iNation. They need to force it. They cannot play for OT. Rifle dropped over to Kindo. Buys up an MP9. Troy, if he is the top fragger and he chooses to donate his rifle. A philanthropist, some would say. Timeout coming in now. But iNation, let's see what kind of buy they can mount up against MOUZ NXT. To fight against 15. We will be going live. 2 MP9s, an AK, an M4. At least the utility looks good. And the FAMAS being bought up on 8-kit. iNation, they need to make some plays. They need to start winning some rounds. They lose this round and the game is over. They have 2400 loss bonus. That's all they're gonna have next round if they lose this. Finally, a play being made. Double long setup for 8-kit and Kindo here. Next, yes, he is holding towards balloons. No contestation yet. Next, yes. Might spot out 8-kit towards long. He continues his approach. He is not expecting 8-kit. Loses out the duel. Finally, an opening for 8-kit. 5 versus 4 advantage for iNation. They have taken monster control though. They are ready for the pop flashes to move out. Actually, they will choose to go in dry. QQ with the Mac 10. A defensive smoke being thrown out by Dragon here. Prison, he's found his way up the toxic barrel, gets one. Jimfat will find a kill as well. QQ trades onto VLDN in the 3 versus 2 iNation. Kindo and 8-kit, the only ones to survive. They need to retake this round. There is no saving at this point. 8-kit in from connector. He heard that. He heard the scope. The question is, did he also hear Jimfat? Doesn't matter. He's dead. Kindo finds a frag. 1 versus 2 now. Slend on the AWP. He's just hiding. He's just tracking. Slend misses the shot. Jimfat will trade though. 15-5 for MOUZ NXT. 1 more round to finish the series and take down iNation 2-0 in dominant fashion. And they have nothing to work with. 3 Deagles, an MP9 and an M4 is not what's going to get you a victory here, iNation. But they have to try. Aggressive towards birthday party. Choiv gets boosted up, hoping to get an entry. Meanwhile, QQ holds towards shot. All attention is on Choiv at this point. He needs to put this M4 to use. He hears traction, 8-Kit will get the frag onto Chris. And that's another opening provided by 8-Kit. 2 in the last 2 rounds now. Can his team convert? Can his team hold on? Jimfat, he is being pressured in towards Fountain as well. Has to fall back to ramp. iNation, they have a lot of map control at this point. 8-Kit can effectively just stay there and take entire control of the A side. Dragon will go down to next CS on his spam though. Flashes in for his teammate. QQ out through shot. Kind of finds a flag onto Slen. QQ though will take VLDN down and the B side is theirs. Choiv was just sitting there, I guess. Not expecting Jimfat to come out short. 8-Kit though is on the flank. 8-Kit, good positioning by him. If Kaindo can distract for long enough, Jimfat has the bomb. Jimfat will make it to the side, but are they considering the flank? Are they considering the flank? Yes, they are. Jimfat, that is nutty. Loses the fight. 8-Kit with another frag. All left onto next CS now. 1 versus 2. The star of this map, can he do it? He knows where both of them are. He knows one of them has an AWP. How do you choose to play this next CS? Creeps in towards short. Ferrari peeks, but it does not work out. Kaindo will close in. 6-15 for iNation. They live to fight another day. And MOUZ NXT, money is not looking good for them. They should opt for the save and try to close out the game in the next round now. Timeout being called out. Just to let you guys know, I will be streaming all of the ESEA advanced games in English that nobody else is. I'll be streaming them in a proper professional manner, not like a lot of streams that you see where people are just chilling. No, this is the perfect representation of a professional stream. I also have a Twitter where I will be posting about the matches I stream. So make sure you follow that. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. So in case you are interested in betting on these matches and you want some enjoyable streams, make sure to check out my Twitter. I post there every single time I go live, and going live is what we're doing right now. iNation, can they mount up a defense? MOUZ NXT, they choose to force out 2 Galils, 2 Tech 9s and a P250 for them. 8-Kit towards Fountain with his AWP. He has the taste for blood in his mouth now. He's been playing incredible in the last 3 rounds here. Jimfat, he will take control of Con. Prison gets dinged through the wall. 31 HP on him now. Good damage by Choiv. Flash to clear out Divider. Toilets is under control now. Nexius at the front. 8-Kit misses the shot. 2 players towards long now. Good setup for iNation here. Rotations coming in as well. Nexius though has taken side control. Nexius will get a frag onto Choiv. 5 versus 4. Nexius gets another one. And they're wrapping onto VLDN. That is one way to do it. Last 2 players towards wrong. What can they do? Kaindo left alone. Kaindo cannot do anything. MOUZ NXT close it out. 16-5. In dominant fashion on both maps. 2-0 for MOUZ NXT. And that will be all. I will also be covering a game in the evening. I will let you guys know which one on Twitter. And I hope I see you all then. Ciao.